My name is Bryan Trygstad. I'm the owner of Bryan Jeffery Motors. I'm located in Alaska. I have a car dealership in Alaska. So I've opened and ran businesses for the last 15 years. And what I've always had an issue with is I'm great at starting a business. I'm great at growing a business and making it profitable. Where I get stuck is when I get to a certain level where I hit a ceiling of what I'm capable of doing. And so Unleashed came on at a really good time where I was hitting that ceiling and being frustrated, just like all my other businesses. And normally what I would do is I'd either shut that business down or I'd sell it. And so really I put all the hard work in to make it profitable. And from there forward is really where a business sees a lot of profitability. And so that's where I would stop. And so Unleashed came on and helped me bring on the person to kind of transition over and hand those things off so I could step away and still have a profitable business. So I think the biggest wins that I had working with Unleashed is really getting over the not knowing how to move on to the next thing. So the frustration of spending all the time with what I'm doing, growing a business, and then not knowing how to go from there. And so I didn't know how to put processes together to really have a metrics and how to chart that. And so Unleashed really helped with being able to articulate what I needed and what I wanted and put it in a place that I could chart that and I could actually have a metrics behind doing that. I think that was probably the biggest win for me, is getting all that information out of my head on what I know needed to be charted, but not knowing how to actually do that on a functional level. The key hire was an operations manager that Unleashed helped us with. And I've hired a lot of people. We've actually had 100 employees with my different businesses over the last 10 years. And this hire was really great because Unleash, what they're good at is understanding the questions to ask, understanding how to structure the salary, what the benefits are, to really bring in the right type of key executive to the business. And so they're able to find someone and really bring somebody in that was really helpful and had really good synergy with me, what we needed. It also helped with, because of how the training is with Unleashed, asked a lot of good questions on what the culture is, what's important to me, what the values are. And so all those things were able to be articulated over in the hiring process to not only find someone that could execute the things we needed, but also had the same values that we had and had the same vision, the same heart. And so was really a good person to come on with the environment and what we wanted to do with our business. The great thing about partnering with Unleashed is you actually are spending money with a very specific purpose and plan. And like myself and a lot of other entrepreneurs, what we're great at is starting businesses and making them profitable, but then we get buried in the day-to-day. And so it's been really great working with Unleashed because it's given me the tools to step away and to know how to still, nurture that business and still be a good steward of that baby that I made, I created, I put a lot of time and money and effort into, but I can step away knowing that I can use and partner with the tools that I earned with Unleash to continue to manage that business. And so there is work to that, but also the freedom that I get on the backside is really priceless. And the small fee I have to pay up front gives me so much more access to time on the backside that it's really, in hindsight, is a very small investment into that business. But not only that, moving forward, as I start other businesses, I can use what I learned with Unleash, and that can be duplicatable moving forward. So yeah, I highly recommend partnering with them.